The war of words continues tonight between U.S. Senator Richard Burr and his Democratic challenger, Deborah Ross. At issue is a series of ads run by Burr and other Republicans claiming Ross opposed the creation of the state's sex offender registry. Ross has cut ads of her own accusing Burr of lying. Investigative reporter Nick Oxner is digging for the truth in today's Friday Fact Check.
I was sexually assaulted. I woke up.
The attack started nearly a month ago.
Deborah Ross opposed
the North Carolina Sex Offender Registry. She wants to protect sexual predators over victims.
Claims from Republican Senator Richard Burr that his Democratic rival, Deborah Ross, opposed the creation of North Carolina's Sex Offender Registry.
ACLU lawyer Deborah Ross opposed North Carolina's Sex Offender Registry, warning of the repercussions to sex offenders and worrying about their right to privacy.
The charges have prompted more than just a denial from Ross. Instead, she's deployed any number of surrogates to push back on the charges. She even cut a TV ad accusing Burr of lying.
Senator Burr is flat out lying, and that's why people hate politics.
So, who's telling the truth? In today's Friday Fact Check, we rate Burr's claims as true. Burr's campaign has cited a number of news articles dating back nearly 2 decades to support their claim. But we found 2 documents that helped us make our decision. First, this memo from 1995 that Ross wrote as head of the North Carolina ACLU, in which she says a law passed that year establishing the first sex offender registry would make it even harder for people to reintegrate into society. Another bill was passed 2 years later, putting the registry online, which prompted more skepticism from Ross, still the head of the ACLU, in an article published in the Raleigh News and Observer. Fountain Odom, the man calling Burr a liar in this ad for Ross, authored both bills. But Ross's ad only talks about her support for the 1997 legislation, leaving her opposition to the 1995 bill that created the registry unchallenged. Ross's campaign refused our multiple requests for an interview, but she was still forced to explain herself on camera at Thursday night's Senate debate.
You were opposed to this bill when it passed.
When this bill was being considered, like a good lobbyist, lawyer, legislator, you have to look at the implications of a bill. Ultimately, the bill is working, the law is working. Like I said, I voted 18 times to strengthen and update it, and raising issues isn't the same thing as opposing a bill.
One of the 18 votes to strengthen the sex offender registry Ross highlights is a 2008 bill called the Jessica Lunsford Act, which required stricter penalties for sex offenders. Legislative records show Ross voted to allow a compromise version of the bill to become law, but was one of only 4 House members to abstain from the vote that passed the legislation out of the House. Our review of the other votes cited by the Ross campaign found 2 other bills that didn't make any changes to the sex offender registry. So, we rate the claims Ross has made defending herself as false. Nick Oxner, WBTV, on your side.
Want more details on how we arrived at our decision to decide what's true and false in this week's Fact Check? We've posted all of our research, all of it, online at WBTV.com.